I'm Pastor Kim Robinson, the writer, producer, and director of Light of Freedom. I wanted to take some time to tell you why I chose to write a story about William Hanby and the Underground Railroad and frame it around the Civil War. Well, first, why I chose William Hanby is because he had a sense of community. He was a real historical character, he had a family, he had a testimony, and he had a foundation of faith. William Hanby's character had a family, and I wanted to bring out how the times affected a family and the way he stood for what he believed. Joshua 24:15 is actually his scripture. When I wrote William Hanby's speech, I wanted to bring the passion of the man. I wanted to bring out things that he actually said, and I felt that passion in him could be brought out on screen and that people could identify with him and how he took the risks to help people he didn't know because he was passionate about what he believed and he didn't compromise that. I also want to tell you why I wanted to do a story about the Underground Railroad. I wanted to tell the story another way. I wanted to bring out the concept to families and children. That's where our focus is as a ministry, that what is the Underground Railroad and what was it about, because so many children and so many people don't understand the Underground Railroad. And the thing I wanted to do is I wanted to show the courage and the faith of the people. I wanted to reflect a heritage in the midst of oppression. And I wanted people to see the individual, the person that was running. I didn't want to show the suffering of the time. I wanted to show the victory of someone getting out from underneath that oppression, by the hand of God, by their faith and by their courage to get up out of the circumstance and move forward. And why did I choose Ripley, Ohio and Westerville? Well, first, the Ohio River, was key to the runaway, and crossing that river took a lot of courage. And I also wanted to bring out the story of Eliza, which has to do, with Uncle Tom's Cabin. And I just feel like that, bringing out the reflection to families, that it was a key route to the Underground Railroad. And I wanted to tie the two together. I wanted people to see what was happening in the Virginia side and the Westerville side. And I wanted to show the perfect concept with William Hanby was him being a station master. And the difference between a conductor and a station master and what a station was, which kept your slaves and your runaways, there and they would do Bible studies and they would feed them and give them clothes and help them move on their way, pull things together so the conductor could go and work bringing the runaway to the station and helping them get further on. Why did I choose the battles that we had in the movie with the Civil War? And why did I choose the Civil War? I had done a lot of studying and I really felt that these battles were the beginning of the war, and I wanted to show the conflict of the time. But most importantly, what I wanted to show was the life of a soldier. I wanted to show his story, his look, his passion, and I wanted to bring that reflection that there were people that were individuals that were running. There were people that were individuals and they were families who were helping the runaway. And I wanted to bring the reflection that there were people that were individuals that were fighting. And why and how did I write the letters? And I chose the letters is because I felt through the concept that, showing the battles, this wasn't a Civil War movie, but it was a movie to show some historical aspects, but I wanted the letters because the letters gave the passion of the soldier. And I knew I wanted historical accuracy. And I knew that the reenactor could bring that in another way, because you could see William Hanby's heart, you could see the complexity of being a station master, you could see the courage and the strength of the runaway, but I also wanted to show the passion of the fight. So I'm really happy with the way Light of Freedom came together. I am blessed by seeing the story come to life, working with a team of people. I believe that families and children and schools and churches